Welcome back, guys. So I wanted to jump on here just to show some progress. Doesn't really look like much, but this is what was an extended cab frame 4x4 has now been chopped. It's just tacked together right now. Took out 24.5 inches overall. I don't really have a good frame jig or anything like that, so the only way I could get it true is with jack stands and shims, the level and measuring. I got it pretty close. I got it within a 1/16 of an inch level on all. I did 4 data points on the rear and 4 data points on the front, so I got both of them within a 16th of an inch. And then as far as diagonal squares, I got that within 1/8 of an inch. And I'm pretty happy with those numbers. It's it's a 23-year-old frame at this point. Could have been in a fender bender, could have been crashed, who knows. And there's also just manufacturing variances to be considered. So I'd be willing to bet most trucks are about that off, I guess I could say. But next steps are going to be cleaning up these old cab pockets or cab mounts. Walled up the seam. I gotta fill. You can see there's a little gap to fill, but that shouldn't be an issue. So I'll weld those up. I'm gonna do an angle piece. In here, I'm gonna fish plate the inside, and then I'm gonna box the outside or the inner face, I guess you would say, on each side. So I think the seam will probably be one of the stronger parts of the frame when it's all said and done. Following that, I'm gonna put the front wheels on, get a rear axle under it, or just put it on a moving dolly so I can wheel it outside and spend a whole day wire wheeling the frame. And then just do some sort of paint or undercoating. I live where they don't really salt the roads, so I don't have to worry too much about what I put on it. I just want it to be a nice uniform color. So I'm going to clean that up. Again, a little gap to fill, not a big deal. It took me a little bit while to get this leveled. I don't know if the frame was a little tweaked or if it's just, variances that I'm dealing with, but I'm pretty happy with where it's at. I think once the body's on and it's on the ground, things are going to settle and it's going to sit a certain way anyways, so... and besides the fact, I don't even think you'll be able to notice with the naked eye an 1/8 of an inch or a 1/16 of an inch, in body lines. So just an update. I'll keep moving along. Thanks, guys. All right, so I think in the last clip, the frame was just tacked together square. Now I've officially got it welded back to 1, made it solid, add some bracing. So you can see in here, it's kind of hard to tell because I just painted it, but in the corner of the body mount and the frame, I welded that seam up. And then what you're looking at here on the outside is a piece of angle that I welded in as well, covering that seam. And then on the inside, you can't really see in there, I welded up the inside and then put a boxing cover on the inside channel. Did that on both sides. Had a little bit of trouble welding this, but I mean it's not pretty, but it's strong. It'll be fine. It's just a fun truck anyways. It doesn't need to set any getting any awards or anything like that. It's just for beating on, so it'll be perfect. See, this side also has the angle, the seam, and then the inside channel cover. So the frame is back to 1. Gonna put the front wheels back on tomorrow and then do just a few minor things, and then the plan is to get this frame pushed outside, bring the single cab while it's still on wheels, roll that frame in here, pull the cab off, and set it on, something high enough to where I could pull this frame, or the frame that it'll be on, pull that frame out, and then bring this frame back in under it. I don't have any tractors or forklifts or anything like that, so I'm gonna have to do this kind of the sketchy way, but it'll be all right. I'll use the engine hoist, jacks. I'll tie safety loops into the rafters just in case. But yeah, I think the majority of this work on this frame is done. As far as fabrication, I got to swap out the bumper, swap out the shackles. Oh, I need to do the front leaf hanger still. And then just majority of it just needs cleanup work. When I can get it outside again, I'll gut it out, wire wheel it, do some paint, and just clean up all the loose ends on it. But it's coming together. All right, here we are. Nice weekend day. Have some family coming over, so figured while they're here I would take advantage of their helping hands. So what the plan is, today I stripped off the doors and the interior of the cab. It's kind of just got the dash and the carpet in it right now. We're going to use the engine hoist to pick up the cab, roll this frame out, just let it go back into the yard. This frame, it's sitting backwards right now, but we're going to flip it around and park it right here next to this one. So once the cab is up and this frame is pulled out, we'll just have to slide the cab over and set it down onto this frame. Just like that, hopefully it goes as smooth as I think. We'll have quite a few hands to help, so it really should be good. We'll see how it goes. Coming in for another update. It's been a few days, and I've only gotten like small windows of time to work on it, so I've kind of got a bunch of random things done. The cab is officially on the frame and mounted. I've got some of it hooked up. I've got this rear brake line lines up pretty damn perfectly, so I must have done something right in my math. Got the rear harness all mounted. That also lines up perfectly, so pretty good there. It's all run up through here. I need to re-loom some of this. That old loom is cracking and breaking away. Kind of to be expected. I started to try and get the front axle actuator working. I think it's dead though. I have no way to test if it was good or not before, so hooking up 12 volts to try and trigger it, it's not doing anything. And I know the diff works because I can manually engage the actuator detent or whatever it is, and it locks the front axle together. So something in the actuator should be an easy fix. I'm not actually going to run a transfer case control module. I'm just going to use the four-wheel drive actuator that's on the transfer case, or sorry, the four-wheel drive light trigger sensor, whatever that thing is, to trigger the front diff, so that when it's in two-wheel drive it's not on. When it's in 4 high or 4 low, it will be on. Just a simple 12 volt trigger, I think. If it's 5 volt, I'll put the proper resistor or whatever it needs in. What else? Oh, I cut off the rear leaf hangers, cleaned up the frame, and painted it. And the new hangers should be here in the next couple days. I'll get those on. Got the interior back together. It's a little dirty again, but it's all here. Spent a couple hours pressure washing, just random things. I got this fuel tank, it's a little dusty again, but it was kind of caked in mud and little rust flakes, so I got that cleaned. Pressure washed all these random under the hood plastics. Then out here I pulled the rear end out of the original frame. I need to pop the cover off. I believe this is a 342 rear axle or 346, whatever it is. But it is a disc brake axle, so that's nice. I think I'm going to be running 373, so I'm going to have to figure out either swap this carrier and gears or find another disc brake 373 rear axle, or swap these brakes onto a 373 rear axle. I don't know. I'm still figuring that out. This frame is pretty much as stripped as it's going to be. I got the rear harness and fuel lines and brake lines transferred over. I need to get the rear bumper off of this still. This has drop shackles, but I don't feel like cutting off these booger welded hangers on just to get the leaf springs off. So I'm going to use the other frame leaf springs, and I order new shackles with the hanger kit. What else? Oh, I might need to pull that rear parking brake bracket, and I believe that's it. Pull the rims and tires off I'm keeping those, and this thing will be good to go. If I have any other updates, I'll drop them in. Thanks, guys.